All right, we're looking at figure 560, the slide, and this is an isometric drawing. So a couple different things I'm looking at here is we've got what I call the space shuttle piece right here. And we're going to draw that space shuttle piece first when we start to go to CAD. Some of the measurements on here, it's 3/4 wide by 1/2 inch tall by 2 inches wide, and it's the same measurements up here on the top. So the first thing I am going to do is when I go to AutoCAD, I'm going to right click down here in my grid snap area. I'm going to go to settings, and then I'm going to change it to the isometric snap and hit OK. When I start to draw my line, I am going to start off by going left and right, but my ISO or my ortho is not on, I'm sorry, so I'm going to turn my ortho button on down here at the bottom of the screen. Now will only allow me to go at the 30-degree angles. So I'm going to hit Control E, and I'm going to go this direction at 0.5. I'm going to go straight up. Actually, that was wrong. Yeah, I said that first measurement was incorrect. Remember, I'm going to go this way 3/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to go up 1/2. Then I'm going to go over 2 inches. Then I'm going to come down the 1/2. And then I'm going to go over the 3/4 of an inch. And that's going to give me the bottom half of that space shuttle. Now what we need to know is how far up to come up here to get the wings of the space shuttle. So we got to come over here and look in this area. I'm trying to get this measurement. It says the whole piece is 1 3/4 tall, and then that this little piece right there is 1/2. So 1 3/4 minus 1/2 is 1 1/4. So we know that that line right there is 1 1/4 tall. So I'll come back here and I'll come up my 1 1/4. I'll come over my 3/4. I'll come up my 1/2. I'll come over my 2. I'll go down the 0.5. Come over the 3/4. And then bring it down, and I've got my space shuttle, and I'll zoom in on that a little bit. So there's my space shuttle up the side. Now I got to give this drawing a depth. And when I come in here at the depth, every one of these lines is going to be 6.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 6 of those lines are 6.5 long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw one 6.5 line. So from this corner, I've got to Control E it. I'm going to go back at 6.5. Now all of those lines are 6.5, so I'm going to go up to the copy command. Copy. It says select objects you want to copy. This line. Select objects you want to copy. There's nothing else I want to select, so I'm going to right click. It says specify a base point. Basically saying where do you want to start the copy from. I want to start it from here, and then I'm just going to start clicking where I want the line to go to. That gives me my thickness. Now at this part I just go to the back part and just start connecting my dots because all the measurements there. The only one that I do got to do a little bit differently is this back edge here. And then I'll pull that line back so I got that back edge line. I am missing one line at this point right here. I need to throw in this 30-degree angle line as well. How far back? I don't know. Just make it and then bring it back to the intersection of it. Now at this point we're going to start talking about circles, and the circles are no different than before. We still got to find the center points of those circles first. So if we go up here and we're looking at this drawing, it says that we're going to come over 1 3/8, over 1 3/8, and we can go down from the midpoint of that line. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to go from this midpoint, I'm going to come over 1 3/8. There's that center point. And then it says that it's another 3 3/4 over for the next center point. So I will then draw another line from here over at 3.75. So now I've got my two center points. I've got one on each end of this line. So there's a center point here, and here's a center point here. Now in order to draw an isometric circle, you cannot hit the circle button. If you hit the circle button, it's going to draw it flat. In order to draw an isometric circle, you actually have to draw an ellipse. So you're going to have to type in EL enter for ellipse. EL enter for ellipse. If you read the bottom of the screen, it says you want an arc, a center, or an ISO circle. We want an ISO circle, so you're going to hit I enter. Now from here, it's just like drawing a circle. It says specify the center point of the circle, right here. I left clicked and I pulled out. Now the only problem is this circle here is based off of the front work plane, and we need it to be based off the top work plane. So I'm going to hit Control E, and that flips my circle around to the front, top, right side. And obviously then the top one is the one that we want. And then the circle size was a 1-inch diameter. So I'm going to hit D enter, 1 enter. I'm going to draw another one. So I'm going to hit EL enter, I enter. It says specify the center point right here. Then I'll go D enter, 1 enter. Erase this dude out of there. That right there is 560 completed.